Hello, everybody. Welcome to my new podcast called My Life Lately. I have been contemplating making this podcast since April, and I have not bitten the bullet. Is that the phrase? I haven't done it just because I was trying to keep up with so many things at once, and I didn't know how I could fit a podcast into my schedule. But I'm finally biting the bullet and doing it just because I have so much that I want to talk to you guys about, and I know you guys would be supportive of it. Well, at least I hope you would be. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you want me to continue doing. But I just have so much to say, and the catalyst is what's going on my channel right now regarding BeatTV. I wanted to do a sit down video about it, but I don't know that it's something that I want to like get in front of a camera and say. I just want to raw talk to you guys without having to do the production setup and the extensive editing, and I didn't want to cram it in the beginning of a BeatTV as a disclaimer, so I figured this is like the perfect time to start the podcast. Like I said, I've been trying to do this podcast since April. Wednesdays were going to originally be my podcast day. It's just that I would have been doing a vlog on Sunday, BeatTV on Tuesday, a podcast on Wednesday, and then my regular Thursday video. And I felt like that was way too much to keep up with. And I don't know. I just felt like I have a lot on my plate. I already have a full-time job. Next week, I hope, I'm starting a second part-time job because I'm trying to save up for bigger and better things in my life. And currently, I'm not making enough I'm making enough to pay my way. I'm just not making enough to pay my way and put aside for the future. And that's what of course, everyone wants to do. And just one income is not cutting it for me. So just trying to fit a podcast into all of the things that I was doing before. It just just didn't feel like anything that I could do. But today I wanted to get on here and talk about the state of my channel and BeatTV, just because I posted some community tab things and I was really, really concerned that people weren't going to see it. I also posted it on my Instagram story. Follow me on Instagram at imaisface. But yeah, let's talk about it. So I had posted on, what day was that? Sorry, I'm sitting in front of my computer so I can get exact dates on things. I posted 2 days ago. So on Tuesday, I posted on the community tab. It says, hey guys, I'm going to fully start creating what I want to create. If BeatTV is few and far between, please don't be surprised. I know I've cultivated my audience on this platform because of that series, but I feel kind of trapped in it and I really want to create what I like. My analytics are fairly stagnant, so I might as well take the opportunity to do as I please. Since BeatTV isn't catapulting my channel the way it once was, I'll see you soon. That was just going to be my original statement. BeatTV is still really, really fun for me to create. I love making BeatTV. I love that you guys love it. But at the same time, it's like I didn't go into making this series because I wanted to become a cartoon YouTuber. I actually wanted to be like a lifestyle YouTuber. But one day I was watching Braceface and I saw the episode about Grampy and all his racist comments. And at the end, when Sharon was kind of just like, that's just how Grampy is and we're gonna accept it, I was like, whoa, someone needs to talk about this. I'm gonna talk about this. And then I sat down in my mom's house when I was still living in Albany. This was like 3-ish years ago. And I sat down and I made it. And it was really cute. I think I was really excited about it at the time. I can't even remember how old I was when I did it, but it was like literally one of my favorite videos that I've ever created, just because people weren't watching Braceface, and it was really dear to my heart because I was just speaking freely, right? At the time, maybe I had, hold on, let me see if I was still like tracking my subscribers, because there was a point in time where I was tracking how many subscribers I had at the time of me posting videos. No, I didn't. Not at this time. This was November 10th, 2020. That was my first BeatTV. But I want to say that maybe I had like 100 or 200 200 subscribers at the time. And I was just posting to like my little circle, and it didn't necessarily take off from there, but I was like, this is fun. I like doing this, and I continue to do it. So after that, I posted the All Grown Up, and then I posted the Of Lice and Friends, the Estelle by Ginger BeatTV, and that one was where I started to get a decent amount of traction to my channel. And then I stopped making them. At that point in my life, that I posted the Dodie one in what month was that? That was in January of 2021. And this was straight after lockdown. I was going to college in a couple of weeks, and at this point in my life, I had a plan. I was in community college online because of the pandemic, and I wanted to move out of my mom's house and get my own apartment. So in February, I went to Purchase College in Purchase, New York for a semester, and the only reason I went there is because I wanted a place to live while I was looking for a job. And I would travel back and forth across the Tappan Zee Bridge. I know they changed it to Mario Cuomo, but I will never acknowledge it as the Mario Cuomo Bridge. That is the tap. And I would travel back and forth across the Tappan Zee Bridge to where I was working at the time, because I knew I was not going to get a job in Westchester, New York. That was just not in the cards for me. Plus, where I was traveling to, I grew up there and my friends were there, so I was going across the bridge. I was working full-time as an assistant manager at one store, and then part-time as an associate at another store, all while I was in college. And none of this has anything to do with BeatTV, but I want to give you the history of my channel a little bit before we get into it. And I'm going to put part-time at that other job in air quotes, because like they would put me on the schedule. I would show up if I wanted to. It was mostly to just hang out for a few hours with my friends who still worked there, because I was full-time there before, and then I moved to Albany to be with my mom, and then the pandemic, and then I came back as full-time, I think, and then I got a different job, but I stayed there as part-time. Maybe I would do like 10 hours a week, maybe. It was right down the road from my full-time job, so I was like, if I want to show up, I will, and I did. So that was after the Of Lice and Friends video. So while I was doing part-time, full-time, and college in spring of 2021, I was like, all right, I'm in this dorm. I have until the middle of May to move out and find an apartment. So I had 3 months to get an apartment, or I was going back to Albany with my mom. And no shade to my mom, but at that point I wanted to have my own space. Like, I knew I wanted to do YouTube. And if you guys go back to my old videos from this current apartment that I'm in right now, so literally on my channel currently, that's like 5 videos before I moved out, I'm whispering in those videos just because I'm so not embarrassed, but like my mom is so proud of me, and she like is my biggest cheerleader, and I know she would probably have her ear pressed to the door to listen to what I was doing in there. But I wanted my own space to be able to like be loud and be free with the videos that I was creating, and plus I just wanted to live on my own. Like, I'm the youngest in my family. I have 2 sisters. I think I said in a video before that I only have 1, but that's because I'm estranged from, well, technically I have 3 sisters, but I'm estranged from 2 of them. One of them because of personal reasons. The other one is no fault of her own. We just don't really talk. But I don't even know where I was going with that sister thing. Oh no, yeah. I was the youngest of the children that lived in my household with my mom, and I was like, they're gone, I want to go too. So that I moved into my apartment May of 2021, the apartment that I'm currently in right now, and I posted my first video after I finally got a desk and my ring light from Albany, and I posted my first video in this apartment, which was the Dijonay video, where Penny got left she got left behind for the concert or whatever. That was my first video in this new apartment, and like I hate that that's the one that really blew up, because the audio is bad, my makeup looks bad, and I don't stand by some of the commentary that I made in that video, but that was the first video in this apartment. And then after that, I started to go crazy, but like there was a lot of traction to my channel because of that video. So by December, I posted that video in June. By December of 2021, I had gained, like literally over the course of a week, I had gained 1,000 subscribers or something like that, like 700. It took me over the threshold of being monetizable, because at the time you had to have a certain amount of watch hours and 1,000 subscribers to be able to make money off of YouTube. So 6 months after I posted that video, I was able to make money off of my channel. And I'm like out of breath. I have not stopped to take a breath this entire time. But after that, like, I wasn't very consistent with the channel, which kind of reflects in my analytics. That's 100% me. But you guys were still requesting, and you wanted to see this and you wanted to see that. And it's like, I truly enjoy making these videos, but then I'll get some unsavory comments, which is, it's to be expected as someone who puts themselves out there on the internet. But I would make like a twinge, like not even a full sentence of a comment of something that may have been perceived as offensive in an old cartoon. And we know, like, it's been 10 to 20 years, these cartoons that I watch with you guys, 10 to 20 years since these things were made. Some of those jokes are unsavory at like worst, right? No, unsavory at best, and just full out inappropriate, unacceptable at worst, right? But we're watching kids cartoons, so it can't be that truly terrible. So I was getting hate, which was expected, but I was also getting racist hate. So I want to say the worst, I would get it on my very first BeatTV, but if you guys don't know, I use my middle name on all of my social media. Imai is my middle name. So when I get hate on my channel, a lot of me feels like, y'all don't even know my first name. You can't make a comment on my character. You don't even know me. But when I start making comments about like political things, which is very few and far between. You guys know I don't do very political commentary on my channel. I'll make like a statement, or we'll do a couple sentences on it, but I'm not delving very deep into my political views. You guys can probably tell from the things that I say that I am a leftist, but I really don't go too deep into politics on my channel. I'll just make comments here and there, but I'll still get like horrible slurs against me in the comments section. And when I posted that on my community tab, a lot of you guys were like, what do you mean you are getting racist hate? I've never seen that. But on my YouTube studio, I have my notifications turned on for comments. So every time any one of you comments, I get a notification sent to my phone. So I can usually catch it and delete it before like the bulk of my audience sees it. But I get called slurs that I have to look up, because they're like old down south slurs, like that only true racists would know, you know? Like, it's nothing that's being, I'm like, yes, I get called the N-word with a hard ER sometimes, but it's like those deep south like racist terms that you're like, oh my god, people are still using that? Like, you have to be a true racist to even know that slur exists. And I'm getting called that. Like, what video was it? When I did the video on recess, and I wasn't going into the video like looking for those things. A lot of times, I cannot lie to you, when I first started BeatTV, you can definitely tell by the way that I edit. When I first started BeatTV, I was, I would watch the episode and take notes. I'm sorry, I would watch the episode, and then I would watch the episode again and take notes a second time, and then I would have the episode up on my computer as I'm filming, so I can reference very specific things that maybe I didn't write down. But these days, I literally, I'll look up the synopsis of the episode, be like, that sounds like something I want to watch, and I'll just have the episode up on my computer as I'm filming. Sometimes I'm watching the episode for the first time with you guys. So when I went to go film that recess video, I didn't screen it beforehand, but as I was watching it, I was like, I don't like that. And then there was, I think it was 3 separate instances of racism in that episode. But the first time I was like, I don't like that. And then the second instance with, oh my God, what was his name? He was the like Indian kid who, I don't know. I can't remember I'm sorry. I'm trying to scroll through the video right now. I literally just got out of bed. It's like 8:30 at night. And I was like, let me film or record this podcast episode. So I don't have like the direct references on hand, but it was 3 separate instances of racism in that episode. And as I was watching it with you guys for the first time. So I was just like, that's not right. Let's let it slide. This episode came out in what, 1997, 1998? Like, there's going to be some off-color jokes in here. And sometimes I recognize it and sometimes I don't. But I was just going to let it slide. I was like, that's weird, but I'll let it slide. Right? And then I did it again with, that kid who like predicts the future or whatever, and he only wears a loincloth or something like that. And then I was like, that's also kind of weird, but let's maybe let that slide too. And then they did the kindergartners being depicted as savages with the Native American music and the headdresses and the chanting, and I was like, that's also kind of racist. So I didn't go into that episode looking for racism. It was just there, and I said it, and I'm getting called all different kinds of slurs because I'm pointing out some off-color jokes in a TV show that was made before I was even born. And I know that it's nothing that I've done. I just think that people don't want to come to terms with something that they used to enjoy or maybe still enjoy may not be palatable for all audiences in this day and age. And I don't want to get caught up in the commentary of look at this woke, because you know they've weaponized the word woke so terribly these days to like where it seems like people are being outrageous about being offended by something, but people are valid in what they are offended by to an extent for the most part, you know? So I don't want to get caught up in the right-wing rhetoric of me being like this woke leftist liberal who's offended by everything and wants to be the victim all the time. I'm just pointing out something that I saw that didn't sit right in my heart, and I feel like I have the right to do so. And also, these cartoons were made 20 years ago. I'm not villainizing anyone who may watch Recess, see those jokes and say, that's off color, but okay, I can still watch and enjoy this show. I'm not even villainizing people who laugh at the jokes. They were intended to be funny. They weren't intended to be inherently offensive. It was made to be funny. So I understand if people are laughing at those jokes. But I'm not saying you're a horrible person for indulging in and enjoying this content. I'm just saying what I saw. And I'm getting called the worst slurs because of it. And that's like one instance that I can really truly remember. But throughout the like history of my channel, I'll even just make a half of a comment and it'll be someone saying something like insane in reference to something that I was saying. Like during Pride Month, I was so, you can tell in my Boondocks video, but I was so scared to post the Zoit video, the Lloyd in Space, for transphobia in the comments, but that you guys were such angels talking about, oh my God, I have raviolis on the stove and I forgot the water was boiling. Hold on, pause. All right, I am literally so dumb. I sat down to film and I knew I would do that too. Like, it's supposed to rain where I am, and when I heard the bubbles on the pot, I thought it started raining outside. Then I was like, oh, my raviolis. But yeah, during Pride Month, I was so scared to post the Lloyd in Space video because I didn't want transphobia in my comments, and I definitely don't want transphobia directed towards you guys in my comments. But you guys were saying like the sweetest things, like this was my non-binary awakening, and I was like, oh my God, I have queer people in my audience where like, oh my God, it warmed my heart so much to see you guys having such great discourse in my comments. And then I posted the Boondocks video, and that one really scared me too, because Boondocks, they're not as like gentle in their approach as like a literal children's show like Lloyd in Space. They're a bit more like in your face and raw about it. So like in that video, I kept apologizing, like, maybe I shouldn't have done this. But you guys were like saying, no, it's totally fine. Like, yes, it's not the best queer representation, but it's something. And that made me feel really good too. But it's just, I can't do the death threats. I can't do the racism in the comments. I can't do it. And it's like, I don't deserve that. You guys don't deserve to see that. And my thought, like, I never wanted to do a members only option on my channel. I never wanted to do it. Like, you guys consume this content for free and I get paid for it. Not much. Like, I really don't get paid much at all from YouTube. Like, more often than not, I don't get a check from YouTube. But you consume this content for free and I already get paid for it. Why would I charge you to get content if I'm already getting paid and you guys don't have to pay me directly? It's just to the point where, like, I can't with the racist trolls in my, because it's like, to my understanding, if you guys know any more about it, please don't hesitate to let me know. But to my understanding, I can block someone from my channel. I've blocked racists in my comments before, but they can still watch my videos. They can still comment on my videos. It's just people won't be able to see their comments. I still see them, but I don't know if anyone's tried to comment any racist stuff after I blocked them, or if so, I'm not even sure that they're able to comment after I block them. I have no idea. But like, I'm really just a black creator talking about cartoons. It should not be this polarizing in my comment section about why I'm an N-word because I didn't like the fact that Sharon's Grampy was saying bad stuff about Middle Eastern people. Like, I don't know why people are so personally offended, or they're just looking for a reason to attack a black creator who's really just sitting in her studio apartment talking about cartoons that aired 20 years ago. 20 years ago. And I'm not like outraged. I'm not condemning anyone. I'm literally just saying what I see. Like, there's really no structure to these videos. Of course I want to up the quality of my videos as time progresses, but y'all have told me I like this homegirl just chat and feel, and I want to continue that for you guys as well. I just want to do it in a better space, you know? So there's nothing in me that wants to stop creating BeatTV. I love it. I like finding the sources. I like hearing what you guys want to see. I love all of that. It's just, if it was just regular hate, I would be okay. But the racist hate is like totally unacceptable, because it's like, it's hurtful. Like, it's not okay, and I don't want to take this away from you. Like, I know for some people, like, I would put it at $3.99 because I usually post BeatTV once a week, and you get, that's what is it, $4 a month is $1 per video. But for some people, that's not an expense that they can spare, you know? And I don't want to do that. So as of right now, I do have a few of my more controversial videos set to members only. And I do want to make it very clear, like, it's not about the money, but at the same time, like, if you want to be racist in my comments, you're gonna have to pay for it. Like, I don't want just anyone finding my videos, commenting whatever shitty thing that they want to comment, and then going about their day being shitty. But me and my audience have to see that. Like, we're such a cool community over here. Like, hold on. I was ready to list off a bunch of names, but like, the only name I can think of in my head right now is Samir. Hold on. Because Samir is like one of my OG homies. Like, he's my ride or die. Even on my, like, not BeatTV content, he's always there, like, what's up, girl? Like, all of it. So Samir, Wendigo, the one with the Sonic the Hedgehog profile picture. You, like Cosmic Songbird, Benjamin Wolf, Jessica Chanel. Jessica Chanel and I have actually like been DMing back and forth on Instagram, and she's the sweetest little sweetie I've ever come across. Like, you got like my OGs, the people who were sitting here like watching Unknown Canine, like all of you guys. Like you, Fandom Chat Fabi, I think your name is Fabiana, like all of you guys who have been with me for months, or even like just one time, DeBomb Diggity 46. Do you follow me on Instagram and TikTok? Like, I think so. I think her real name is Chelsea, I want to say. That might be really, really wrong. But like you guys are who I make videos for, the ones who tune in, who have the notifications on, who are just excited to see when I post stuff. Like, I don't want to strip that from you guys, because I don't know what your expenses are like. I don't know what you spend money on regularly, but I don't want it to be me. But at the same time, I don't want to open the door for bigotry in my comments. It's not regular hate, like this video sucked or your opinions are stupid. Like, it's slurs. It's really bad slurs. And I don't want to strip you guys of that good content. So as of right now, I do have some members only videos on my channel, some of the more controversial ones, and then the rest of them are free. I'm going to continue BeatTV for free, but if there's a video where it may be talking about like racial topics or like anything a little bit political, it's going to be set to members only, because I don't want you guys to see that on my channel. I don't want people to anyone to be able to be racist in my comments and then leave. Like, if you're going to be racist to me, or if you're going to be bigoted towards my commenters, you can go. Like, arguing in my comments, I've said this for months, up to a year. I don't do, like, you guys can have discourse in my comments, but disrespectful arguments, I don't do it. I'm deleting the whole thread. You think you're going to reply to that person? You're not, because I'm deleting it. Like, this is a good, clean space as much as I can control it, you know? Like a good, happy space for everyone for as long as I can control it. And I don't know that I have too much more to say on the topic. Like, this is a great thing that I've done. I think it's been really great for me, but for others, it's I don't want that for you guys. I don't want that for you guys. I don't want to see it. I don't even want it to be a possibility on my channel. And I know people are probably thinking, like, who the hell do you think you are, charging for videos? You don't even have 3,000 subscribers. And I'm like, well, I'm someone who wants to create a positive environment for the people who are here. So I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions on how to make this a bit easier going forward, I would love to hear them. But as of right now, I don't know. I'm perplexed, because this is something I love to do and I love to create, but I don't want to have to censor myself for the sake of my safety, you know? Like, there's this guy on TikTok, maybe it's a couple guys, like, they'll just take a 2-second video of their environment and they'd be like, find me. And they'll find exactly where you are. They'll find the parking spot that you put your car in when you took that little 2-second video. And it's like, who the hell am I? Who am I? I'm nobody. But people can if they really want to. There are really some sick people out there. And like, my mom has a very important job in the state, and she tells me about like the sickos that she comes across on a regular basis. And I'm like, I don't want to be one of those girls because I said a statement that you didn't agree with, you know? Like, it's not worth my safety. And I've said it before, like, if the racism, if the bigotry, if the disrespectful arguments keep happening in my comments, I'm gonna shut this shit down, and I'm gonna be a full-time lifestyle YouTuber like I originally intended. And y'all are gonna get fitness content, y'all are gonna get cooking videos, y'all are gonna get a day in my life, you're gonna get ready with me's, you're gonna get that. you're not going to get BeatTV anymore, because I don't want this negativity in my comment section. I doubt the girlies who do Get Ready With Me or My Favorite Fragrance or Amazon haul or like those stuff, like Cook With Me for Thanksgiving, like those girlies, I highly doubt that they get racism in their comments the way that I do, just for saying that joke in that cartoon was not okay. Like old backwoods deep south Mississippi slurs that I have to Google because I've never heard it before. The worst of the worst. Like, do you know how bad it is that I have to Google slurs because people want to be racist over a 15-year-old cartoon? 15 years old? Like, I've been saying this from day one. We're just here to, I never call BeatTV a review. I've started to recently because I cannot find a better word for it. But we're really just like hanging out, talking shit with my homegirls. Even if you're a boy or a non-binary, you're all my homegirls. And we're just like kicking it and having a good time. The subject matter just happens to be cartoons. None of this is meant to be taken seriously at all. That's why I don't do like video essays. That's why I don't do like super, like, you guys know in my videos, if I want to look up a question that I have, I'm going to Google it right in the video, and you're going to watch me Google it, and you're going to watch me find the answer. All of this is just intended to be a sit down chat and hanging out. Do not take me seriously. I'm just having a good time and talking with my homegirls about cartoons. Like, and the point that people have to, or feel the need to be so violently racist in my comments is absolutely ridiculous to me. So over the past few days, I was just like, I'm just gonna shut this shit down, and I'm gonna be a full-time lifestyle YouTuber. But that's not fair to the people who found my channel through BeatTV and watch me solely for BeatTV. Like, sometimes it does hurt my feelings that like I'll post a vlog and no one will watch it, but that's not what you came. I need to recognize that that's not what you came here for, you know? And like, the more lifestyle content I post, hopefully you guys will start to get into it. But if that's not what you came here for, that's not what you came here for, you know? But that bigotry, racist stuff, that's done. And I don't expect, I don't know, I don't want to put up with it anymore. So if I can come up with a better alternative to literally privating half of the videos on my channel, I think so many of them are privated. I hate to do that because I spent so much time on them. But half of them are privated because the comments were ridiculous. Like, even on my Proud Family Louder and Prouder video, I was just saying, like, I'm not a big fan of this. Like, I watched the first 2 episodes when they premiered, and that video got a good amount of traction. And then when season 2 came out, it got even more traction. And all I really said was, like, I'm not a big fan of this new show. I'll continue to watch it, but based off of the first couple episodes, I'm really not a fan. And I got a ton of racism and hate under that too, from people of color as well. And it's like, why can't we disagree and let it be what it is, you know? So, I mean, I guess that's really it. I've held up enough of your time already. Let me know if you want me to continue this like podcast format. Right now, it's just going to be on YouTube, but if you want me to continue it, I'll do like on Spotify, on Apple Music, or or Apple Podcasts, however you listen to podcasts. But as of right now, it's just going to be on my YouTube channel. But let me know if this is something you want to do. I actually have really big plans for this podcast if you guys like it. Like, I've had this note saved in my phone, definitely since like the end of April, of all of my episode ideas and, you know, potential guests on my podcast. If Ashley is listening, Ashley, I want you on my podcast, and I want Shira on my podcast so she could talk about her business. Like, I have Reddit posts saved so we can talk about on the podcast. Like, I have a lot of plans for this podcast if you guys continue to want to see it. But that's pretty much it for this first episode. I thought this would be very fitting to do for a first episode, just because it's the biggest thing on my channel right now. Like I said, I am starting a new job within the coming week, hopefully, which is going to be a pretty big added thing to my plate. But right now I'm trying to create a schedule that works for me, where I can keep up with YouTube, keep up with, hopefully, maybe if you guys enjoy this, keep up with the podcast, and not burn myself out and like keep working out. I haven't been to the gym with Ashley in a couple weeks now, maybe over a week. I have no concept of time after the pandemic. But yeah, I want to be able to do 3 videos a week, maybe a podcast episode, like 3 TikToks a week, an Instagram post every week, and then also work full-time and part-time and work out. So this is a lot, but I know that people can do it, and I know that I can do it. I just have to push myself a little bit harder, but I don't want to push myself until I break. So that's really it for this podcast episode. If you guys like it, let me know and I will continue. And thank you guys so much for listening to me. I just figured today was the day to bite the bullet and just go for it. So thank you guys so much for listening, and maybe we'll see each other again on another episode of My Life Lately. All right, bye y'all.